Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell a movie's entitled Ava. Let's get straight into the storyline. The movie starts with Ava, a former soldier turned skilled assassin, getting ready for her next mission. She calmly adds a touch of makeup and positions herself at the Paris airport, dressed as a chauffeur.
Super.
Her target is Peter, a businessman from England. In the background, a young woman named Camille, who has been secretly following Ava, starts her motorcycle and keeps a careful distance as she follows. As Ava drives Peter through the city, he looks frustrated and tries to lighten the mood. He makes a bold suggestion, asking if they should spend the night together. Ava, wearing a mischievous grin, says they should have a drink first.
Okay.
She pulls the car over in a quiet area, then joins him in the back seat. When Peter offers her a drink, she jokingly declines, saying one of them might end up in the hospital and the other in jail if they did.
You like what you see?
Ava drops her playful tone and gets serious, telling Peter she has an important question. Meanwhile, Camille is still close by, listening intently to their conversation. Ava turns to Peter and asks what he did to make someone want him dead. Peter looks shocked, thinking she must be joking, and tries to laugh it off. But when Ava pulls out a gun and speaks in an icy voice, he realizes she means business. She explains that she likes to know the reason behind her missions and believes in giving her targets a dignified end.
I genuinely try to give my subjects a good death when I can.
Peter, still believing it's a prank, attempts to call someone for help.
Let's give him a
Put
call.
the phone down, please.
Ava interrupts his denial by shooting him in the hand, proving she isn't joking. Panicked and in pain, Peter tries to answer her question but can't explain himself.
Nothing, I'm a nobody, I just move money around for—
Ava, showing no mercy, completes her mission and kills him. Watching the entire scene, Camille speeds off on her motorcycle, leaving the chaos behind. Ava steps out of the car and, with practiced ease, enters a special code to let her superiors know that she's completed the mission. She wipes off her makeup, pulls off her wig, and reports her success, making sure to mention that she managed it without exposing their cover. She also confirms she'll be returning to Boston, where they'll evaluate her performance and process her payment. When Ava arrives in Boston, she checks into a hotel that was booked for her. Meanwhile, a mysterious man named Alan has been ordered to keep an eye on her. That evening, after an intense workout, Ava goes back to her room. Although she's trying to recover from her struggles with alcohol, she can't help but notice the tempting bottles of liquor still sitting in the fridge. After taking a shower, Ava receives a package containing cash and a gun, a clear sign that she has another mission ahead. Later that evening, she quietly blends into the crowd at her sister Judy's concert. It's been 8 long years since she's seen Judy, and watching her perform on stage fills Ava with a mix of surprise and sadness.
Kiss me again if you want. You can kiss me again. My life is far.
When the show ends, they finally reunite. On their way home, the conversation shifts to their father's funeral. Judy, still feeling hurt, expresses her frustration about Ava's absence. She angrily points out that Ava not only quit drinking, but also abandoned them. Judy even confesses that she preferred Ava when she was still drinking.
Ava, Mom had a heart attack.
The sisters visit their mother, Bobby, who is in the hospital recovering from a heart attack. Bobby tries to lighten the mood by joking about how old she must look and saying she probably appears shockingly aged.
Thank you, Ava.
Ava smiles gently and reassures her that she hasn't changed at all. The conversation shifts to their late father, and Ava shares her belief that he was selfish. Bobby disagrees, saying he was just extremely driven, a quality she also sees in Ava. The topic soon turns to Judy's fiancé, Michael. Bobby, aware of Ava and Michael's past, kindly advises Ava to keep her emotions in check if she runs into him. When Bobby asks Ava what she's doing for work, Ava keeps her answer vague, not revealing any details. Ava's next mission sends her to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where she has to make the death of a German general look natural. Her boss, Duke, gives her the details, and she makes her way into a fancy party, charming her way to get the general away from his guards.
Now, gentlemen.
When they are alone, she quietly injects a deadly toxin between his toes.
It's completely painless.
Calmly, she explains that he will collapse in 15 minutes, and it will appear to everyone as a stress-induced heart attack.
You did something bad. Right?
Sticking to her routine, she asks him why he deserves to die, but before he can answer, chaos erupts as his guards barge in. Forced to adapt quickly, Ava stabs the general and takes down his guards with precision.
It was a name, right?
The situation escalates as gunfire erupts, with German soldiers storming the area. A fierce battle unfolds, but Ava fights back, using her skills to eliminate her attackers. To blend in and throw off the soldiers, she covers herself in blood. Using a smoke grenade as a distraction, she creates confusion and uses the cover to slip away. Outside, more soldiers confront her, but Ava's combat skills help her defeat them, and she barely escapes. Ava then returns to France, meeting Duke on the coast of Normandy in Barneville-Carteret, where he's fishing. Confronting him, she accuses him of setting her up in Riyadh and demands to know who is responsible.
Duke, if you're gonna close me, just do it now.
Management knows it's not your fault.
Duke admits he arranged everything, including her way in and out, but he failed to prevent the ambush. He apologizes, admitting it was a mistake. Still angry, Ava challenges Duke, saying she can handle any assignment, and asks if the organization wants to get rid of her. She insists he be honest with her. Duke tries to reassure her, explaining that the higher-ups know the ambush wasn't her fault and have no plans to cut her loose. Ava confesses that she sometimes wishes she understood why she is sent to kill people. Duke, frustrated, warns her that questioning her targets could make future missions more dangerous. He then asks if she's been drinking again, but Ava promises she hasn't. Finally, Duke tells her that management wants her to take a break, giving her a 2-month leave. Ava agrees, though reluctantly, mentioning that she'll head back to Boston. At her hotel, Alan continues to watch Ava from a distance. The next morning, after finishing her workout and going for a run, Ava visits her mother in the hospital. She unexpectedly bumps into Michael, her ex-boyfriend, and both of them freeze, surprised to see each other after so long. Just then, Judy arrives, and Bobby, Ava's mom, shouts from her hospital room, complaining about her broken TV.
Come help me with this fucking TV!
Ava steps in to fix the TV antenna, and Bobby, trying to lighten the mood, suggests that they all have dinner together. She asks Ava to take him somewhere nice, hoping it will be a chance to reconnect and heal some old wounds.
Wow, you fixed it. Good work.
Later, at a support group meeting, Ava opens up about a painful memory from 10 years ago. At the height of her addiction, she found out her father was cheating and threatened to tell her mom if he didn't confess. Instead, her father twisted the story, accusing Ava of stealing money from his wallet and making her look like the bad one. Because of Ava's history of arrests and substance abuse, her mother believed his lies. The betrayal, along with her dad's false accusations, left Ava filled with anger and dark thoughts about wanting to hurt him. Overwhelmed and desperate to escape, she eventually left home and joined the army.
Made me want to kill him. So, I left and I joined the army.
Meanwhile, Duke attends a fancy party in British Columbia where he meets with Simon, the head of their organization. Simon asks about the riyadh mission, and Duke tries to brush it off, saying the Saudi branch handled the situation. But Simon is firm. He wants Ava taken out. Duke argues in her defense, reminding Simon that Ava is one of their best operatives and that he personally trained her. During their tense conversation, we learn that Camille is actually Simon's daughter. Simon accuses Ava of making the same mistakes as before, like talking to her targets, and claims he heard her voice during the Paris mission.
Back on track.
She's talking to the fucking targets!
Duke insists that the Riyadh mission failure wasn't Ava's fault and that, as her handler, he's responsible for her. Simon reluctantly agrees to let Ava stay under the radar for a while. After Duke leaves, Simon's real intentions come to the surface. He privately admits to Camille that he was the one behind the Riyadh ambush. It was all part of his plan to get rid of Ava cliently while keeping Duke occupied. Frustrated and impatient, Simon instructs Camille to contact Alan and make sure Ava is killed, no matter what it takes.
I'm good.
Meanwhile, Ava trains intensely in her hotel room before heading out for a morning run. Suddenly, Alan appears and starts chasing her at full speed. Ava quickly realizes she's being hunted and sprints away, but Alan is determined and doesn't back down. Eventually, he catches up, and they engage in a brutal fight. The struggle is fierce, with both of them landing heavy hits. Alan dives for a gun lying on the ground, but when he turns around, Ava is gone. He searches desperately, but Ava surprises him by emerging from a nearby pond, ambushing him and taking him out. She washes the blood off her hands and face in the water, visibly shaken, before returning to her hotel lost in thought. The next day, Ava meets Duke and, with tension in her voice, tells him about the attack. Duke tries to reassure her, insisting the organization has no plans to get rid of her. He points out that if they wanted her dead, they would have acted long ago. He suggests that the attack was probably the work of a desperate, unstable enemy, but Ava doesn't believe him.
And I'm gonna ask you.
Trying to calm her down, Duke offers to stick around for a few days in case she needs support. Fighting back tears, Ava silently hands him Alan's gun and walks away. That evening, Ava joins Judy and Michael for dinner at a restaurant. Michael makes a playful joke about Judy's habit of nagging late at night, which annoys Judy, who's already a bit tipsy.
Don't laugh at me.
As Ava fondly remembers her past visits to the restaurant, Judy's irritation flares up again. She assumes Ava is reminiscing about past dates with Michael and, overwhelmed with jealousy, storms away from the table.
Jesus.
Well,
Michael, feeling protective, tries to defend Judy's behavior. Ava suggests that Michael should go after Judy, but he snaps back, frustrated that she didn't return to fix everything. Feeling guilty, Ava apologizes for leaving him years ago. Michael says nothing more and leaves to follow Judy. Later that night, Judy arrives at Ava's room, visibly upset. She explains that Michael hasn't come home. Concerned, Ava pushes her to share the truth, sensing there's more to the story.
Come home from where?
Tearfully, Judy admits that Michael never completely quit gambling. While his talent with cards helped him start their business, she had begged him to stop for good.
So do you?
No? Sorry.
Determined to help, Ava heads to an underground casino run by Tony, where she finds Michael at a card table in a tense, high-stakes game.
Hey, Tony.
Little lost lamb.
Ava demands he leave with her, but Tony coldly insists that Michael isn't allowed to go until the game finishes.
Tick tock.
Ava gets into a fierce fight with the casino's bodyguards, using expert combat skills honed over years of training. She takes them down effortlessly. She's no longer the person she used to be and handles them with precision. Finally, she pins Tony, holding a knife to her throat. Surprised by Ava's strength and skill, Tony has no choice but to let them leave, though she issues a chilling threat.
It's tomorrow. And the next day and the day after that you need to worry about.
On their way out, Ava, determined, negotiates for 36 hours to repay Michael's debts before leading him away.
Judy came to my hotel. She was worried about you.
Once outside, Michael, confused and shaken, demands to know who she has become. Ava stays silent, brushing past him. Michael, still hurt by the past, expresses his anger, reminding Ava how she abandoned him despite the promises they once made and the future they dreamed of together. He believes that even if they pay off the debt, Tony won't let them go, putting both him and Judy at risk. Ava listens, overwhelmed by regret and guilt. Before she can say anything, Michael interrupts, firmly stating he no longer belongs to her. He clarifies that he is now committed to Judy and intends to marry her. Heartbroken, Ava's tears fall as she quietly turns and walks away. Later, Ava finds herself at a bar ordering a double scotch. She holds the drink, tempted by her old demons. The memories of her struggle and the promise she made to stay sober flood back. With great effort, she pushes the glass away, refusing to give in. Duke confronts Simon, accusing him of deliberately setting Ava up to be killed. Duke lays out the truth, explaining that the Riyadh operation was a trap and that Alan, who had been sent to kill Ava, is now dead. Simon doesn't even try to deny it. He admits he took action himself, not wanting to make Duke give the kill order, and defends his decision as the new boss. Duke, serious and unwavering, demands that Simon call off the hit on Ava.
You need to rescind the kill order.
You know I can't do that.
Suddenly, Camille appears, pointing a gun at Duke and taking away his weapon. A fight breaks out. Duke gets knocked to the ground, but manages to grab another weapon, expertly taking out Simon's guards one by one. Camille wrestles the gun from him again, but Simon intervenes, telling her to step aside. As Duke gets back up, a brutal fight erupts between him and Simon. Simon eventually stabs Duke, fatally wounding him. Later, Ava returns home to visit her mother, Bob. They sit together playing a quiet game of cards. Ava considers opening up about the past 8 years and the dangerous work she's been involved in, but Bobby interrupts. She gently but firmly tells Ava that she doesn't want to hear it.
I can't unhear it.
Ava respects her mother's wish, allowing the conversation to drift away from her troubled past. With tears filling her eyes, Bobby finally opens up. She admits that she knew the truth about her husband's betrayal all those years ago. She confesses that any loving mother would have left a man like that, but fear of being alone kept her from leaving. Through her sobs, she admits she chose her husband over Ava, a truth that breaks both of their hearts. Ava's own tears spill over as she listens to her mother's painful confession. Bobby reassures Ava that her past and her dangerous job don't matter. What matters most is the happiness she now sees in Ava's eyes, a sight that fills her with pride. Meanwhile, Simon drags Duke's nearly lifeless body to a lake. He takes photos and videos, mocking Duke as he asks if he has any last words. Summoning his remaining strength, Duke tells Simon to let Ava know he's sorry he won't be there to watch her tear Simon's heart out. Simon laughs at this, amused, before dumping Duke's body into the lake. Later that night, Simon calls Ava and coldly tells her that he had to kill Duke because of her. Ava, filled with fury, vows to kill Simon if what he's saying is true. Simon, unfazed, delivers Duke's final message and then sends Ava the photos and videos as proof. That evening, after leaving the restaurant, Ava goes to Judy's house. She finds it empty and realizes that Judy is still out performing. Overcome with emotion and longing for a connection, Ava impulsively kisses Michael, hoping to reignite the past between them. But Michael stops her, breaking the news that Judy is pregnant.
Judy's pregnant.
The words hit Ava hard, and her heart shatters once again. Overwhelmed, she runs off in tears. Fueled by heartbreak and determination, Ava makes her way to Tony's place. She takes down the guard at the entrance and fights her way through Tony's security, leaving a trail of chaos behind. Hearing the commotion, Tony comes out and sees Ava, causing her fury to explode. Tony charges at Ava, landing punch after punch. Ava doesn't fight back. Instead, she takes the hits.
I've never told anyone this.
With each blow, she makes a raw confession. She has killed 41 people for money, a dark secret she's never spoken out loud. In a moment of desperation, Ava grabs Tony by the throat, nearly choking her as her emotions pour out. But then Ava pulls back, choosing not to kill her. Instead, she throws the money Michael owes at Tony's feet and issues a serious warning: stay away from her family. With that, Ava turns and walks away, leaving Tony stunned and defeated. Back in her hotel room, Ava is a storm of emotions. The temptation to drink overwhelms her, and she turns up the music, letting the noise fill the emptiness. She starts drinking heavily, one glass after another, until she collapses beside her bed. She's a mess, laughing and crying in a haze of despair, with dark thoughts creeping in. Just as she's about to give up, Simon bursts into the room, taking in the sight of empty bottles scattered around. Before he can react, Ava appears, and they fire their guns at each other.
Lovely morning for it, Ava.
Ava dives under a table and launches a surprise attack. Both end up disarmed, and a brutal hand-to-hand fight breaks out. They trade powerful blows, both exhausted and bruised, until they finally pause. Catching their breath, their faces bloodied.
No, man, happy.
Simon, impressed by Ava's relentless spirit, warns her through gritted teeth that if they meet again, he will kill her. The sound of distant construction echoes as he staggers out of the room, barely able to stand. Ava retrieves a stash of cash and a gun hidden behind the refrigerator. With determination in her eyes, she leaves the hotel, ready to put an end to everything. She begins tracking Simon, who soon senses that someone is after him. In a panic, he makes an urgent call, warning his contact that the problem is still unresolved. Forced to escape, Simon scrambles down from a bridge onto a sand dune, struggling to move through the heavy sand. Ava catches up quickly and shoots him in the leg, stopping him in his tracks. She sits beside him, and Simon, now desperate, pleads with her to spare his family. He knows she wants to end things cleanly and begs for mercy. Ava calmly tells him to count to 5, but before he can even reach 2, she fires a shot, killing him instantly. Ava then rushes to her sister Judy's house. With urgency, she tells Judy to take their mother, Bobby, and leave the country immediately. She advises them to stay away for at least 2 or 3 months until she gives the all-clear, and to avoid traveling to the UK or Europe. Ava hands Judy a Swiss bank account number full of money, making sure they can follow her instructions. With a heavy heart, she hugs her sister, knowing this might be goodbye. Michael, having overheard everything, steps forward and hands Ava a letter from Duke.
Thank you.
As Ava gets ready to leave, Judy questions her identity. Ava pauses, her expression serious and sorrowful, and says she is someone Judy's child should never meet before walking away. In the final scene, Ava walks down the street, hidden in the shadows. Simon's daughter, Camille, watches her quietly, following, and hinting at a new chapter yet to come.